Tonight, report on speed review of our highways nears completion. Melanesian foreign ministers meet in Vanuatu. And spreading the Christmas cheer, a special treat for a special bunch of children. But first tonight, there is yet another fatality on our roads. The incident is alleged to have occurred in the market in Nandi around 9 this morning. According to police, the deceased, who was a pedestrian, was bumped by a vehicle driven by a security officer. The victim was conveyed to the Nandi hospital, however, later died. The driver of the vehicle has since reported the incident to the Namaka police station. He is currently in custody as investigations continue. A review on speed limits on some major highways around the country should be completed by early next year. The Land Transport Authority is hoping the current roadworks undertaken by the Fiji Roads Authority will assist them in their submission to government. Langi with the details.
All necessary information in relation to a review in the speed limit is now being collected. The Land Transport Authority is hoping to report early next year.
We hope to achieve the first review by the end of March of next year. That is in the first quarter. That is what we have been we are targeting for. So from now until March, then we are able to put up a report to government. If it's approved, then we are able to do some changes on the speed limits.
LTA maintains that it isn't compromising public safety by reviewing the speed limit. Public awareness programs will be carried out to educate drivers and pedestrians alike before any changes are made.
Main concern is safety and the public perception on speed. We will do our outreach, our education part on this, so people are aware of what speed really is in terms of using the road and the safety on the road.
Several other factors have been taken on board in the process of reviewing the speed limit.
Yes, basically that is what we are looking at. Even road signs to improve information that is given to the road users regarding speeds.
There is a likelihood that Suba Nandi and Suba No Sur highways will be the first to undergo a speed review. Langi, Fiji One News.
Meanwhile, the Fiji Roads Authority has confirmed that the proper roadworks standard program had not been used when roads were built in the past. As a result, many of our roads have had to undergo maintenance works just after construction.
The newly established road agency in the country has clear message for contractors and suppliers who it will soon engage in road works. The Fiji Road Authority has a high expectation and a clear strategy in place.
There's a lot of talk that we are lifting standards. In general, we are not lifting any standards. We are using many of the same standards that the Ministry of Works, the Public Works Department have had in place in Fiji for many, many years. The difference is we're enforcing them. And you will not get away, our contractors will not get away with supplying us with substandard quality. We ask for no more than what they've signed up to deliver, but we ask for no less than what they've signed up to deliver.
FRA also expect major upgrade works to get underway next year.
So I think we've got something, we'll have over 40 physical works contracts out, we'll have 20 to 30 professional services contracts out. So all that is done, all that is procured in some way. Our preferred form of procurement is an open tender, a public, transparent process, but for efficiency, for productivity, particularly on smaller value contracts, we may go to a panel of suppliers where we've already pre-qualified them, we know they can do the job, and we select maybe 2 or 3 of them to price that work for us.
And it's all about improving infrastructure development, an area that has been neglected for decades.
They can look to what's happened in 2013 and expect a continuous improvement on that. So a similar standard of work, a similar level of production or productivity out there, but we'll be getting better all the time. We'll be getting better as FRA itself grows in its processes. Bearing in mind we've only been operating for not even 12 months at this point, and also as our contractors really embed their work practices in the local employment market.
FRA's first project in 2014 will be to upgrade some busy Suva and Nandi roads to 4-lane highways. Drewu Kalangi, Fiji One News.
The Foreign Ministers' meeting on the Melanesian Spearhead Group Secretariat's 2014 work program got underway in Port Vila yesterday. In attendance were foreign ministers from Vanuatu, Fiji, Solomon Islands, Papua New Guinea, and a representative from the Kanak community. The members were thanked for facilitating the Eminent Persons Group that led to the realization of the EPG report and the MSG 2038 Prosperity for All plan. The ministers were also urged to support and consider the strategy before it is presented to leaders for their endorsement in 2014. Christmas has come rather early for a special bunch of children in the capital today. Around 50 children from the Dilkusha home were treated to a special Christmas party of their own, hosted by members of the Defence Club. Special dances, face painting and sumptuous meal was the order of the day. For club members, it's all about spreading the Christmas cheer.
Very special in the hearts of our membership. Everything that is done today, the presents, what they take away, is all given by our membership. And it's not hard to get that when the membership knows that it's an annual thing. So really happy to have them here.
The event has become a calendar special for the last 7 years for both the children and club members.
They enjoy it. We enjoy it. I mean, you just got to look in their eyes. These kids, unfortunate kids. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. So we hope that they will take the day and cherish it like they always do. They always come back and say thank you. We really love it.
A new South Pacific promotional video has been put together by the South Pacific Tourism Organization. This is aimed at reflecting the true essence of what a South Pacific tourist experience really is. The video, which consists of a collection of images from around the region, will be used for promotional purposes.
We've distributed them through the various online platforms that we utilize, including social media and also on our blog sites and our website. And those are being looked at as the most cost-effective way of getting those videos out to our target audience.
The video will be used as a means of educating foreign travel agents who do business in the region. The long-term goal is to increase tourism across the SPTO's member nations.
What we're also being challenged to do under this monitoring and evaluation system is identifying ways in which our activities that we've delivered throughout the region, how they have impacted the lives of Pacific Islanders in the various countries. Because at the end of the day, we're really working to help put bread and butter on the table of a lot of South Pacific Islanders.
Coming up next, Fiji chairs UN Ambassadors meet. And Indonesian diplomat farewelled. Fiji chaired the meeting of the ambassadors of the United Nations at the request of the UN Secretary-General Ban Ki-moon yesterday. UN ambassadors of the 134 member states of the Group of 77 and China met in New York for the meeting. Fiji's permanent representative to the UN, Ambassador Peter Thompson, chaired the meeting. The Secretary-General called for the support of the Group of 77 and China in implementing the UN Secretariat's proposals for increased staff mobility. The Secretary-General said that the Secretariat's staff mobility proposal was a vital component to ensure the UN was in tune with evolving global conditions and also to ensure better accounting standards at the UN. Government hopes to open a new embassy in Geneva in Switzerland next year. According to PAC News, $2.5 million has been allocated for the mission. Foreign Affairs Permanent Secretary Amena Yauvoli says they're hoping the official opening will be officiated by the Prime Minister in March next year. A councillor has already been designated for the mission. However, an ambassador is yet to be appointed by the Prime Minister. The Indonesian ambassador to Fiji was farewelled by government yesterday. Aidil Salim Chandra was posted to Fiji back in 2010. The Prime Minister, Commodore Voringa Marama, thanked the outgoing ambassador for his support towards various training initiatives undertaken by the Indonesian government in the country. The Indonesian government has also provided assistance towards our election process. Ambassador Chandra leaves the country next week. Women in the rural village of Kiuva in Tailevu have now been empowered to generate income for their families. This has been possible through the commissioning of the Kiuva Women's Resource Centre at Kiuva Village. Minister of Social Welfare, Women and Poverty Alleviation, Dr. Chico Luveni, officially opened the centre earlier this week. The centre is also designed to encourage women's participation in major commercial activities, which includes developing sewing and cooking skills for women in the village. Around 40 women in the village are expected to directly benefit from this centre. To date, the ministry has built 60 women's resource centres around the country. And to world news, and a student opened fire inside a suburban Denver high school, wounding at least 3 before killing himself. Police say the shooting began after the student entered Arapahoe High School in Centennial, Colorado, to confront a teacher. Terrified students ran for cover. CNN's Sunlen Surfety has the latest.
The shooter, now dead, was a student at the high school.
It appears to us that shooter is dead as a result of a self-inflicted gunshot wound. However, that determination remains under investigation, and we will continue to look at those details.
Police say at 12:33 p.m. Mountain Time, the gunman walked into the school and identified a specific teacher he was targeting. It was then when another student stepped in and was shot. That victim has been taken to the hospital with serious gunshot wounds, along with another student with minor injuries and another victim.
We turn off the lights and lock the door.
Colorado State Police cleared students and personnel from the school. They were led out onto the snow-covered campus.
The first deputy sheriffs and police officers that were on scene immediately entered the school to engage the shooter if they could locate that individual, and also keep these students absolutely safe.
There is a lot of sensitivity in the area. Arapahoe High is part of the Littleton, Colorado School District, just 8 miles from Columbine High School, where in 1999, 2 students killed 12 of their schoolmates and 1 teacher and then killed themselves. All schools in the district were put on lockdown today.
My husband was a freshman at Columbine, so he's freaking out right now. It's bringing back horrible memories.
Parents reunited near the school to find and to be with their children.
It's a terrifying experience as a parent. I mean, it's the last thing you ever want to go through.
Next in sports, Smith's century steers Aussies out of trouble.